So my goal is to fix my under cabinet lighting because there is none right now. So sometimes it's kind of dark under there. I want to be able to see and get things done. So first thing you need to do is first thing I did, figure out how you want to run the wiring. Basically, I did this at the last place I lived. It was pretty ghetto, so I decided to do a little better this time. I poked a hole right through the cabinet up here. You could also go around if you need to. I decided to go through. I'm using a 18 gauge speaker wire. For the amount of wiring I'm having to do, shouldn't be too bad. It should be fine. I may upgrade this to low voltage wire eventually, but at this point I'm not planning on it. So from there, it goes to the top. I have another one going on this side. And I'll eventually, mount these if I can see them from up top or from the bottom. So these are each going into their respective sides. The line is negative. One without the line is positive. Over here, I wanted a larger gauge wire. So I just combine them together. So this is my negative, this is my positive. This is my dimmable LED driver. You don't have to get dimmable, but I decided to, just in case the lights are too bright, or if I want to set a mode where it turns on a little less during the nighttime. So LEDs, this side goes to a plug. It's just a two prong plug. Which is going to this dimmer through Lutron. This is the one from Lutron Caseta. My system is actually the Radio Rad 2 or Radio Raw 2, but that's irrelevant. So this plugs into here. I could dim it through the toggles there, but this is all wireless. I use an app and I have like a wireless remote that I'll show you that kind of goes to that. So that's the basic thing you need for the wiring. It's really not bad. I mean, for the amount of cabinets I have, it's not going to be too many holes or anything I'm going to have to do. For this specific thing, I'm actually, I guess you could technically, if you want to, use the plug above the microwave. But I think these get to like 1,500, 1,800 watts, and I'm pretty sure the circuit only handles like 2,000 or something, so I don't want to reach too high. The refrigerator though, I think these only gets about 700-800 watts. So I have a surge protector. You probably can't see. Anyways, I have a surge protector going all the way to the top. I got like a 10-footer. Going to the top, it's like a three prong one. So as we get to the LED strips. Basically, if you can't solder, there's some tricks you can do. Either you can get the crimps that go on each side of these, or you can buy a few of them because they're only the whole strip for 5 meters was like $8, so it's not that much. If you really want and you don't really want to do soldering, you can buy one. And basically one whole strip would equal 2 for you. So maybe you can find some that are only like, let's say 2 meters long for the whole strip. And one side of the strip will already have a wire, the other side will already have a wire. That's if you really don't want to solder. It's not that hard to solder. So these aren't my solder. I eventually cut these off. But basically I solder one side and then I hot glue it. So I'll show you these are LEDs that I end up getting. Like I said, these are cheap. I just got bright white. That's the kind of the look I like. That's what it came in. So, kind of show you how I do this. Basically, after I solder, then I just put a bunch of glue on it, mainly to protect the connection. So now I can like do anything with it and I'm not too worried about it. Once I finish and I have it cut in size, I get the LED channel, that's what these are, and I actually ended up. I used a Dremel, but you can just use a saw. It's aluminum, so it cuts fairly easily. Honestly, I used a knife the first time, so whatever. So eventually, you basically get the strip, and you see the backing on here. It's tape, 3M tape. You basically get the strip and you put it on here. And so this right through here. This whole thing acts as a basically a heat sink for the LED strips. The lights don't technically emit heat, but the actual strips still get warm. You still have a lot of energy going through the wiring, or the strips, sorry. So once you get that done, I'll just show you one that I kind of already have finished. So you tape it through, and I glue, I don't know, every few inches just to make sure that these are going to stay down. I mean, you don't really have to do that. I choose to because sometimes this LED tape isn't very good. So after you do that, you basically have this white channeling that you put on top, and it eventually turns into this. Alright, so this is like one that's done that I need to mount. Okay. And then there's end caps too. I just haven't put it on yet. So from there, you'll eventually need to put these clips on for underneath. And these two are just going to basically hold those up. Oh, sorry, those two. And then as you see on this side, I have the wire coming through. So either I can just get some wire holders basically and have them like go up through here, or I can get some more of the aluminum channel and basically kind of hide it. So I could just do it like this if I want to, like have another piece under and then make it one big strip. I'm probably not gonna do that. Anyways, this comes out to look like this. Not bad, right? So this here, once I'm done cutting, we'll get to here. I'll probably put something where this plugs into, just in case I need to replace this light, because they're supposed to last like, 20, 30,000 hours, but I don't really trust those ratings. But so yeah, this goes under here. This will plug in, and then last thing, a lot of people you basically need some type of switch. So if you get the one I did with Lutron, they have these pico remotes. So these are basically wireless, and the battery is supposed to last like 10 years. Again, I don't know if it's going to actually last 10 years, but it's supposed to. For me, I happen to have this switch. I think it's supposed to like probably control that plug, but I don't need that. So I already looped these wires, so this actually doesn't do anything. And this is the one to my outside. So what I'm doing, I bought a little paddle switch. So I'll put that in there, and then put this one on the other side. So this one will control the outside lights. This one will control the LED driver. Realistically, in my system, my motion sensor here controls this light and these two lights, and it'll also control the one that I put here. So I'm really not going to touch this very often, but just in case I need to, I will be able to. Alright, so once I'm done, I'll show you the end result. Alright, time for the finished product. So I already have it connected to the motion sensors, and it's synced to the kitchen light. So whenever the kitchen light turns on or off, the cabinet lights will. turn this kitchen light off. I went ahead and did the switches, like I said. This is to the outside. This controls the cabinet lights. It's a kitchen light. Notice how it turned off? So I'll go ahead and turn this on independently. There you go. Not too bad. Need to finish this though. If I feel like it's not bright enough, I could bring another strip pointed this way. So far, so good. If I want to dim this, and then brighten it back up. There you go. Turn the kitchen lights off. Everything should turn off.